comes to jobs, like there was a time to where like the struggle was so real, and my thing is we live in the United States of America, so there's no real reason to ever be broke, right? So there was times where I even had to donate plasma, right? Out here in California you can donate plasma and they'll give you like $50 or something like that, and I used to do that, you guys, just so I can get money to buy sandwiches every day. So I've been, through a lot. I've never had parents who have been supportive. So really, since my grandmother raised me since I was 18, she passed away from cancer. It's been sink or swim. So I'm almost 40 now. So that's, a long time of me being on my own. I've, been in placement. I've been in jail. I've been through a lot of things. So I can honestly say, coming from where I could have been, right? Because I could have done a whole lot of other things, to where I am now. That foreign exchange has literally been the best thing in my life, you guys. I showed up, I took it seriously. I've been trading for 3.5 years now. I am a six-figure trader. Can you guys mute your lines out, please? I've been a six-figure trader, so I live off of trading, Forex, making money from my phone. My daughter, she's 6 years old. If I open a chart right now, she can tell you if she should be buying or selling. And that's really important because that means that no matter what she does in life, she'll always know how to make money as long as she has an internet connection. I am a single mom. Okay. Her dad is a hot mess. I hate to say it, but like drugs, the whole shebang. So I definitely want to reach my single moms out there. You guys mute your lines, please. Thank you. I definitely want to let you guys know that as a single mom, I completely understand what it's like to, have to go to a 9 to 5 and still try to find time to show up for what you want to do in life. But I always like to tell people, make decisions based on where you want to be and not where you are, right? Because if I would have made a decision based on where I would still be working my 9 to 5, because guess what, you guys, I had to be to work at 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay. I had to be to work at 4 o'clock in the morning, when I came across this industry, but I made that sacrifice. It was times to where I didn't go to sleep until midnight. It was times to where I was so tired because I was just grinding, learning a skill set that I called in sick. And it was times to where, what, instead of me going on my lunches and my breaks, talking to my coworkers, I buckled down and learned the skill set. So when I say I buckled down for 3 months, and I always tell people, there's no real race, okay? Because this is something that you do based on what your goals are and based on the time that you set aside for it. So if you're like me, I literally went to sleep and woke up in front of the computer, right? Because I learned early on certain things that you need to do. And so I'm coachable and I'm teachable. I took the advice of people who were where I wanted to be, and I did everything that they told me, which has got me, to where I am today. And, I don't want to keep going on and on and on, but please, you guys, make the decision based on, where you want to be, not where you are. Be optimistic. I do believe that we were put here to live life and live it abundantly. I don't think we should struggle, right? I'm not against having a 9 to 5, but I am for having multiple streams of income, because I asked people this when coronavirus first hit, and I made a post. I said, if your job closed tomorrow, what are you going to do for income? Right. And unfortunately, that actually did happen. So I'm definitely for having multiple streams of income, because you never know what's going to happen with your 9 to 5. Okay. You never know what is going to happen with your 9 to 5. We have bills, we have kids. Think about your kids, think about your family. And remember, it's not always about the money. Even if you're the type of person who's like, you know what, I love my job, I went to school for this, right? If you have that type of career, for you, it might just be about the time freedom, right? You might be working, 50, 60 hours a week. There's always a why. We always have our why. Okay. So if you hate your job, it's time for you to do something different. So I'm happy that you showed up. And if you're looking for time freedom so you can spend with your families, friends, loved ones, kids, or whatever the situation is, the whole thing is that you showed up continue to step out of your comfort zone. I don't want to go on a whole tangent today, but thank you so much, Wes, for having me on. I appreciate you. Oh, you know what? I forgot to say, you guys, my biggest week was I made $21,000 in 3 days. So for me, even though I have 2 college degrees, you guys, I can go work in healthcare. I can be a counselor. Like, there are a few things I can do, but there is nothing that you can do to where you just can sit on your couch making $21,000. If you have it, show me. But yeah, again, thank you so much, Wes, for having me on. I'm going to go ahead and pass it back to you.
Thank you so much for that. You know what? I got to stop for a moment and just give you your praise. Honestly, I swear, that's the most of your story. I mean, I know your story, right? But that's the most of your story I've heard you share publicly. And you know I love your story. I'm so glad to have you share, because I'm sure there are just so many people that can relate to your story and what it takes to succeed. I'm going to tell you what stood out to me. It was sleeping with waking up to that computer, right? I knew how you studied in the parking lot, right, on your lunch breaks. You know what I mean? It's those moments that define where you are today. And I just want you to know, man, I'm so proud of you, so happy. And I thank you for telling your story. All right.
Can I just say, I don't even want to interrupt you, but I want to say thank you for encouraging me. So y'all don't understand, we all go through things, right? We all have a story. And I always like to say, and it's true, that people join people, but sometimes we don't understand that we are our own worst enemy, right? So sometimes I still struggle with telling my story, y'all, because it's real, you know what I mean? And it's just like the whole thing of, if your why doesn't make you cry. When I tell my story, I cry. So, you know, I don't always tell my story, and that is a little bit more than I've told. So I just want to thank you, Wes, for always encouraging me and coaching me on the back end, because you are super dope, you know, to do so.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. And so next up, because I'm the reason why we're doing this, you guys, we want you to see just how common these people are and what's happening in their lives. I mean, because this can happen for you too, right? It's not hard. It's about commitment. And so with that said, I'm going to ask Miss Tiffany DeBerry, can you please step up? Take the mic. Tell us a little bit about your story and how this works for you and what's been your journey.
Hey, Wesley, thanks for having me. Hello, everybody. Let's go. I'm so excited to be here on tonight. I want you to drop in the chat section 777 to just attract wealth into your life, right? Attract wealth in your life. Go ahead, because I believe what you speak and what you believe is what you will attract. So we're going to create the energy on tonight. So go ahead and let us know you're here and drop that 777 in that chat section, the number of completion. All right. So if you want complete wealth, you want complete health, if you want complete financial stability in your life, go ahead and put that in the chat section right now. We should see that chat section flooding with 777s. For those of you who do not know who I am Tiffany DeBerry. Thanks, Wesley, for having me on here tonight. It's such an honor to be on here. And first off, I just gotta say, you know, Wesley, oh my goodness, he is an amazing leader. I mean, he is what I love most about Wesley is that he is really humble. You know, he is himself. He doesn't let the industry change him. He doesn't let money change him. He is himself. And I have to respect the fact that he is real. So I just have to say that about Wesley, guys. He is an amazing person to be, you know, on this call with and orchestrating this call. So I'm Tiffany DeBerry, you all, and I am a 10K a month earner in this amazing opportunity. And I have been blessed to be able to help so many people in this industry, you know, generate an amazing amount of income. So whoever invited you to this call on tonight, you are in the right place at the right time. Okay. You're in the right place at the right time. I want to let you all know that I started out in this industry about 4 years ago, just saying, you know, network marketing about 4 years ago. And I was trying to be like everybody else, right? I wanted to be successful like everybody else. And I wanted to do what everybody else was doing. But come to find out, guys, you have to be yourself, right? If you don't take anything away from this call, you have to be yourself when you decide that you're going to take a step further in this industry, or you are going to want to join this industry. So when I joined this amazing opportunity, in particular this company, right, I hadn't had any success in trading until I joined this opportunity. That's when I decided, you know what? I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. Okay, I need a residual income. I need an income that can pay me every single day. Yes, I have my own brand, right? But guess what? I still needed that. It's nothing like residual income. How many of you want to be able to generate income every day? Drop a number 1 in the chat section if you would love to be able to generate income every single day, right? And that's what I wanted. I wanted that residual income. I wanted that income to come every single day. So I was building a team, right? We get paid every single week in this opportunity, which is amazing, right? $10,000 a month is what I am at right now. All right. But guess what? I still needed to learn how to trade, right? I still needed to learn how to trade. And I wasn't taking trading seriously until I got into this opportunity. And that's when I said to myself, you know what? I'm tired of watching people like Renee make $21,000 in 3 days. I'm tired of watching people like Aaron Bennett, okay, make $40,000. I'm tired of watching, Misty make $2,000 a day, right? And that's when I said to myself, I have to learn this skill set. Okay, I have to learn this skill set. So whoever invited you to this opportunity, right? You may not want to build a team. Maybe you just need to learn how to make money every single day. What I love most about this opportunity is that if you don't want to build a team, you can still learn how to make money every single day to pay your bills. And what I tell people all the time is skills pay the bills. Can y'all put that in the chat section? Put that in the chat section. Come on, let's see the energy on tonight. Skills pay the bills. All right, that's what I say all the time. So yes, residual income is amazing. Yes, I love making $10,000 a month because I referred this opportunity to others. Yes, Wesley loves making $10,000 a month because he has a team. But guess what? When you have a skill set and that skill set is trading, nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can take that away from you. They could take a job away from you, right? They could lower your hours at that job. They could lay you off at that job. But when you learn a skill, when you learn how to trade, my friends, you could wake up every single day and say, you know what? I need to make $100 to pay this light bill. I need to make $900 to pay this rent this month. I need to make $300 to pay this gas bill. You know the skill on how to pick up your cell phone while you are in bed and learn and know how to make that money. That's the difference, you all. And that's why this opportunity is so powerful, because we are teaching you a skill that nobody can take away from you. Okay? So I want you all to put in your mind. I want you to shift your mind. When you shift your mindset, you shift your results. So my point is, yes, I make $10,000 a month in residual income, right? Yes, Wesley hit the rank and make $10,000 a month. Yes, Carrie Ann makes residual income, and all the other leaders on here make residual income and build a team. But when you really tap in to the product, which is the education, my friends, you can learn how to make $10,000 in a week. Okay, you can learn how to make $20,000 in a month, right? We put all our energy into a 9-to-5 job. We put all our energy into learning a skill set, working for somebody else. When are we finally going to learn how to pay ourselves every single day? When are we finally going to put that same energy into educating our own mindset and learning a skill set where we could pay ourselves every day? Why wait and get paid every 2 weeks on a 9-to-5 job when you can join this opportunity and learn how to pay yourself every single day? Okay, we take as much as time as we want going to college. We take as much as time as we want, right? On our 9-to-5 job, learning their skill set when they're just going to pay us every 2 weeks. When you can join this opportunity and learn how to trade and wake up in your bed and make $100, $50, $200, whatever it is that you need to make every single day from your cell phone. So what my point is, education. learn a skill set. Okay, skills pay the bills. So with that being said, yes, the residual income is amazing. Our comp plan is amazing, the best in the industry. Okay, and I'm very grateful for that. But guess what, guys? When I finally said enough was enough, when I finally said I'm really going to focus on learning how to trade, okay, I was able to have my biggest trading day, which was $8,000 in less than 24 hours, okay, from my cell phone. From my cell phone. Now remind you, okay, I hit $10,000 a month in the comp plan just by building a team. But what happened when I finally decided to actually tap in to the education that this opportunity was teaching us? I made $8,000 in less than 24 hours. That was my biggest trading day. Okay, so don't take this lightly that you are on this call on tonight. Okay, this company has truly changed lives all around the world. The education is top notch. Our comp plan is top notch. All right. And I'm so grateful to be here on tonight. Thank you, Wesley, for having me. I hope that this helped other people, guys. And if you don't learn anything else, I want you to learn. Do not depend on a 9 to 5. You need to get out and learn a skill where you could wake up in your bed and be able to generate income from your cell phone. Thanks, Wesley.
Man, you fire, man. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Absolutely. Okay, so real quick, I want to take just a couple of more, and then we're going to get into the presentation and let you guys know how it is that you can join. All right, so with that said, all the presenters, if you can raise your hand real quick. Well, I see Aaron. Come on, Mr. Aaron Bennett, will you please unmute your mic and share a little bit with us, please, about who you are, what your journey has been?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me okay, Wesley?
Yes.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, welcome, guys. First and foremost, I want to give it back to Mr. Wesley. I was hearing as I was logging in, Miss Tiffany Dewberry. If you guys could go in the chat box and give some fire emojis, drop some 111, show some love for the individuals who have pieced this call together and made it possible for you guys to be able to see the information. Understand this. There's one thing I'll tell you and one thing I know for sure. It takes certain individuals to experience things, go through things, and walk through certain doors so they can hold those doors open for other individuals. And these individuals have done this. They've come in, obviously, as they've told you, you heard the numbers, past profits don't guarantee future results. They have been able to achieve some ranks that pays them a set amount of income that puts them in a bracket that allows them to be financially free on technically on paper, as you call it. I'm not here to talk about network marketing, the whole, how to go grow, an organization. But I will tell you something that I am an expert on, and I have people all over the world in the thousands that I've mentored. I think close to 8 different languages in 50 countries now. And that is how to trade and invest your money. Not just trading in general, guys. I don't care what you're doing. But if what you're doing right now in the next 3-4 years is not going to allow you to step away and income to continue to come in, or money to continue to grow and multiply easily and effortlessly with or without you there, you're doing it wrong. Most people have been taught, and I'm not on this call to talk about who hates your JLB or college educations. That's not the point. If you're doing something that's phenomenal, but what if you're doing something and it's not going to pay you in the future with or without you there? We just came out of the biggest pandemic in the history of this entire planet. And a lot of people who had guaranteed or thought they had guaranteed things discovered, it's not guaranteed. So guys, I'm here to talk about investing and trading. And, like Tiffany was telling you, when she learned how to trade, she started being able to make money from her bed. Guys, learning the skill of investing and learning how to trade is truly life-changing. And, 7 years ago, right at 7 years ago, someone asked me the question that it's allowed me to be able to change people's lives all over the world. It was like, have you heard of the word Forex? And if you're on this call right now, guys, I don't want you to be like, this is a big scary word, because I thought it was a video game. It was right around the time Fortnite was hot. I was like, man, I don't really have time to play video games right now, but I appreciate your opportunity. But when I truly dove in and saw, first and foremost, it was $5.2 trillion a day on average. Now it's almost $7 trillion a day, right? I knew one thing, that's the largest situation that existed on this planet. So I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight, but I'm telling you guys, it's 100% worth it. You know, seeing my mother retired, seeing, you know, my daughter doesn't have to worry about anything. You know, if I was to die tomorrow, God forbid, that my family can still move courtesy of the decisions I made. And then seeing the doors that are opening up in the lives that are changing all over the world from certain decisions you made today. Money can't replace that feeling. There's nothing that replaces that void. But I'm telling you, if not for anyone else, do it for yourself. You've got to make decisions that are going to last a long time after that you do, right? Whatever you're doing, I'll ask again, if what you're doing is not going to allow you to step away and you still get paid, you're doing it wrong. Society does not teach you this. They're not going to tell you this. These are the behind closed secrets, behind closed doors that I found out whenever I got around the right kind of individuals. So guys, trading has truly changed my life. It's truly allowed me to be able to impact other people's lives. And I'm telling you confidently, Wesley and them did not pay me money to hop on this phone call. I'm not here for anything except helping people learn this skill set, right? I don't need to be on here to try to convince you to do anything, but I am here to tell you that if you make a decision, right? First thing is to make a decision and commit to it. And you see this thing through, I promise you, I can't guarantee you what results, but I guarantee you different results than what you have now. Now, I know that I see names on this call right fast. I see Renee Blazer. I can tell you that if you haven't heard from her, you're going to hear her story, right? I know Tiffany Dewberry. I know Wesley. Guys, I want you to just understand this as I hop off the phone. Think about this. Wesley, have you shared your story yet, Wesley, or have you talked about that yet?
No, I haven't, but feel free to share whatever you wish.
I'm not going to share his story because his story is his story, but where he was a few years ago, he's going to tell you to think where he came from. And now he's making X amount of dollars and he's in the top percentile in this country of income, financially free. Night and day, he made a decision. That is what's capable. So I don't want you to think about all the big numbers, the big ranks, a lot of income in trading. All I want you to say is, if there's a possibility, are you willing to hear that? So with that being said, I want to thank, Wesley for inviting me to come on this call. I want to thank the other amazing leaders who lead this ship, because without them, it's not possible. Guys, I made a decision 7 years ago, and I can't even recognize my life now today. And I'm so happy to say the lives that have been impacted, because decisions that you make, they can affect everyone around you. And I'm super excited to say that those what do they call, the ripple effect? It is definitely helped others around me. So guys, thank you so much. Everyone, I hope you have a phenomenal day and take care. Wesley, it's all yours, brother.
Thank you so much for that. I know you're super busy over there. I appreciate you taking a moment to jump on the call. And I have another very super busy lady. I just absolutely have to, man, this woman is amazing. But again, I'm not going to sell the story. I'm going to let them tell the story. With that said, if I can get Coach Chi, if you can unmute, please, and let us see tell us a little bit about who you are, what this journey has been, and how it's changed your life.
Well, good evening, everybody. I'm super excited. First and foremost, let me tell you, I'm not the hype girl. You're going to get it from me very direct. I don't have a whole lot of excitement in my voice because I believe that this industry is very serious. You will find that I got involved in this industry over 12 years ago. Single mom, laid off in corporate America. I went to a job every single day as an HR exec. And I had the privilege and honor of having to tell people that their services were no longer needed. I unfortunately had to deliver the bad news that people weren't going to have a job. And as a result, I remember 6 months after I did one of the biggest layoffs in my career, I only found out that in 6 months, I myself would not have a job. And it was at that time that I had to make a decision as a single mom. My children at that time were 8 and 10. They're now 21 and 23. But at that time, they were 8 and 10. And I'm going to tell you, a gentleman who didn't know a whole lot about the industry showed up in my inbox on social media and told me that if I was coachable, if I was teachable, if I was open-minded and bold enough to move out of my own way, that there was an opportunity that could change my life. Now, again, that sounds so cliche, but I will tell you that the industry of direct sales is the most, is the industry that produces the most millionaires, hands down. Let's say that again, the industry of direct sales produces the most 4, 5, 6, 7-figure income earners in the world. It is an amazing industry. It is an industry where you get to build relationships with people that know they're not blood, but they do become your family. Because of this industry, at literally 3 years into this industry, 3 years now, again, I want you to be realistic with your time. I always ask people when they join our industry to give us 18 months. 18 months of your commitment to be able to do something significant that will yield significance in your life for years to come. Because of my decision, Aaron, you heard Aaron Bennett talk about get mad, M-A-D, make a decision. But because of the decision I made as a single mom at that time, I really went from $330 a week on unemployment to a 7-figure income within 4.5 years in this industry. Now, I tell you, there's a lot of work involved in that. Let me say that again. There's a lot of work involved in that. But my mantra is very simple. You're either going to get up and go work for another man's dream, or you're going to build your own. Let me say that again. You will either continue to work 40 hours for 40 years, only to earn 40% of what you cannot afford to live on in the first place by working for another man's vision, or you can start to work on your own vision, make a decision. And the rule of thumb in Think and Grow Rich is that if you do not make a decision, one will be made for you. I don't know about you, but I like to have control of that. Because of the decision I made, I was able to see my kids grow up all the way through high school. My son is now a senior in college at SCAD in Savannah. My daughter has since graduated. My children have not lacked for anything. They're actually really spoiled. And I blame a lot of that on myself, but it was because of my time, something that I cannot put a price on, that this industry afforded me an opportunity to get my time back. See, some people have time, have money, but they have no time. They have time, but they have no money. And so you want a little bit of both. And honestly, like I said, those 3 words have stuck with me years ago. If you're coachable, teachable, and open-minded to do something that you've never done, I promise you, if you're willing to do the work, no hype here, no income claims, only as a result of the efforts of the individuals that you hear on this line who are bold enough to share with you where they've gotten, but their stories. Their stories are amazing. You're looking at a woman who came from a prostitute. My mom was a prostitute. My dad was a pimp. I literally scraped my way through high school. I went to the military because I could not afford to go to college, came back and went to college. I've not always kept my nose clean, but my grandmother did say that if I keep my head above water enough, something good would happen to me. And I know some of you are still waiting on something good to happen to you. So I'm going to tell you tonight, a lifeline has been extended. The IMNcrease family, I joined a little bit over 3 months ago. And I tell you, I get to work on a different angle, but I love the field. And those of you know me know I love working the field. You have some people here who are dedicating their life, their time, something that they cannot get back, to ensure that the world knows that there is a business that is in the business of doing well by doing good. But more importantly, there is a team, a host of leadership, a plethora of resources available at your fingertips if you're ready to commit and go to work with persistence and a hungry obsession. I salute each and every one of you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Wesley, I turn it back over to you.
Thank you so much. And that was the short version. Trust me, that woman can go in. I love her energy. You talking about somebody who knows this industry and can push it to the new levels and has a heart for the people. Man, it's not all of us, but I mean, it's not that all of us don't feel that way, but see, that woman right there has a wonderful heart, and her guidance is sure and strong, let me tell you. And that's a very important point that she pointed out, right? This isn't free money. Nobody's selling you a dream. What we're offering you is an opportunity to reach your dreams. And so with that said, I'm gonna keep this short, right? So far we've been on here for 38 minutes. I don't want to do a whole lot because I'm just wanting you guys to see the commonality of patterns. If there's one thing that you've heard so far, nobody got lucky. This wasn't something that was given to somebody, right? If there's a commonality of pattern, it's the dedication and commitment because of the why. You know, for those of you who follow my Facebook page, I did a Facebook Live. People say, I'll do anything in the world for my kids, but they won't take a look at the opportunity. I'll do anything in the world for my kids, but they get involved in this and they don't want to do the work, right? So those are the first things we're trying to address. So I'm going to give a couple of more brief stories, and then we're going to go into what that presentation is, how you can become involved, and what you can do to join us on this journey to change your life. Because here's the point. Everybody says, if you could do anything, what would you do, right? I want to be my own business owner. I want to have my own business. Well, how much does it cost to start a business? I'm going to get me a franchise, right? We always have these dreams, these fantasies, these things that we say, I'm going to start my own clothing line. I'm going to start my own restaurant. We're going to offer you an opportunity to start your business today. for just $150, right? $150 is what has led to what you're hearing. So before I go into all that, because I can go on for a minute, I do want to give, there's at least two more persons I want to present. And right now, she didn't know I was going to do it, but Miss Estelle, do you mind giving us a 5-minute briefing of just who you are, what your journey has been, and what's happening with you? I mean, you know how much I love you. You know what I mean? You're an amazing person. And I think the industry as a whole, I know us here in the IMNcrease family, we love you so much. And we know what you've been going through recently. But even in that, I watched this woman in a hospital bed still trying to change lives. Mr. Steele, could you please share a brief synopsis of who you are, what you've come from, and what this journey has been for you? And Tramion, I'm sorry, I do see your hand up. I will take questions in a minute. If you want to put it in the chat, I'll respond, but I do want to give these people an opportunity to speak so they can do other things as well. So, Mr. Steele, please.
Yes, my name is Estella McCoy. You know, I call myself the real McCoy, but I'm saying something spiritual here because I am one of God's children, and we all are. And when we say we are, then we are. Okay, we have to say it. It's kind of like joining this business. You got to say it. Hey, I'm going to make something happen with this business. You know, you got to say it, and you have to believe it, because the mindset is everything, guys. You know, I recently went through a series of events, but prior to this, I have no education, guys. I didn't graduate high school. You know, I went all the way to the 12th grade and just had a, you know, breakup with a boyfriend, just stuff. You know, as a kid, you want to, you know, make things happen. I was raised in California. I ran around. A lot of things happened to me as a kid, you know, and a lot of us will say it and some of us won't. I'm at the place where I don't care what anybody says. You know, I had to free myself. So in order for me to free myself, I had to say, hey, the truth, maybe somebody else is going through something that happened to me. You know, there's abuses that follow us throughout our lives. And a lot of times we don't know how to get out of that. It's like a jail, a personal mental jail. That's the worst one to be in, because a person can go physically to jail, because I've been there too, guys. So just giving you a little history of what, you know, I'm just going to say it lightly. There's some that are rich and born that way, and there's some that are not. And I was one of the people that were not. You know, we lived with other family members, just stuff that happened in our lives. But, you know, just recently, God, I've been trading for about 7 years as well. So I'm really grateful for learning the skill, guy. That's the number one thing. And I said, you know what? I don't want to help people. People are just going to quit. You know, I had all this stuff going on in my mind. And then God told me, I thought you wanted to help people, you know, like spoke to me like deep in my gut. And I sat up in my bed and I said, you know what, I'm gonna start sharing this information with other people, because I know it changes lives. It changed mine, guys. I'm, like I said, didn't have any money to speak of. I had to work for everything that I had. I don't have a mom, a dad. Some of you guys are fortunate to have that. I don't, you know. So if you're on here for the first time, trying to reach out and trying to do something different, guys, this is the world. Remember this word, world market, world market. Let that etch into your spirit, because this is the world market, guys. If you learn this skill, you'll never want for nothing ever again. You can learn the crypto. I've learned it all. Am I still teachable? Every day, because somebody can teach me something, and that's the key to stay teachable. Guys, stay teachable. Follow the people that you know, you feel comfortable with, that you want to work with, because you have a choice in this business, guys. You have a choice, you know, and if you make that choice, you can make a lot of money. You know, I was in the hospital. I had coronavirus, guys. I had corona pneumonia. I was in there for over 30 days. And for just a second, guys, I'm a believer, but just for a second, I felt like I wasn't going to make it, because I couldn't catch my breath, even with oxygen, even with everything. I couldn't. It just felt, it's the worst thing that you ever want to feel. But God came through, and and I was trading, guys, in the hospital. I had my praise music on and I was trading. And if you go back through my history, if you go on my Facebook, I was trading. Actually, I said, Lord, how did I do that? He says, you didn't, I did. I said, thank you. Because he did, he gave me the gift. He gave me the gift, guys. He gave me the gift. I don't need anything. I can just look at it and he'll show me something. I said, okay, I'm getting this by. And I'm in there, you know, and 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 pips. But could you imagine if somebody's teaching you this? This is what education's all about. Guys, learn the skill, get a mentor, you know, listen to your, you know, if you want to build, there's 2 ways to make money here. And it's up to you on what you want to do. Why not share it and use the company money to trade with? That's what I tell people. Some people tell me I can't afford $150. I says, hey, we go sit down. I know that I go sit down with my family or whatever. We spend $400 or $500 going out to eat. And you know, I have a big family. I'm able to do that today. I wasn't able to do that. You know, my hat goes off to everybody that was here, Renee, Tiffany. I met these ladies and they're phenomenal. We didn't come from big money. Guess what? We learned how to take 10 cents and turn it into 100, 200, 300, 500, 1,000, 3,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. Guys, it's endless. It's up to you. Just use that money and let God help you because, hey, there's God's inside of all of us. There's one right now, Wesley, you know, he's the godfather of, I love him. He's a great marketer. He's a beautiful person. Every person on here is beautiful. You know, just remember your why. Why are you doing this? I'm doing it for my family and to leave a legacy. And God told me that I would do some things and I haven't done them yet. You know, so I still got a lot of life to live. The enemy can't take me out. Wesley, thank you very much. Guys, hey, and Wesley said $150. I'm going to say $250, guys. Maximize your efforts because there's a benefit to the maximum, guys. Okay, do the 250 if you're able to it. Don't lie to yourself because we can only, you know, you're only going to get a measure of faith. Do you want all of it or do you just want some of it? I want it all because God said I could have it. And if with that spoken, guys, 250 right now. What was $399 is 250 right now. So take advantage. It's only going to be a few days. And guess what? Reach out to someone in here. Aaron, you know, there's so many people, Renee, we're traders, Tiffany, you know, myself, you know, and Wesley can teach us a whole lot on how to, I was just looking at that Telegram popping, boy. He's the godfather of, I'm telling you, Tiffany as well, guys. Just giving you some nuggets. Love you, Wesley. Take it away. God bless.
Hey, thank you so much. And you're absolutely right. I'm going to give a presentation to show you guys the difference between the 150 and the 250, but 250 is the way to go right now. I'm trying to get one last presenter on, and she's having a bit trouble getting through the link. I don't see anybody in the waiting room. She says she's in the waiting, but again, so we're going to show you what the differences is in those packages and just how much it can benefit you. The 250 is the price point you do want to consider. Well, you don't even want to consider it, you just want to do it. It's one of those things, right? Say you do anything in the world for the ones you love, you do anything in the world for the better life. I hope you would go find 250, right? Like really, I'm telling you, it's that kind of opportunity. So I'll tell you what, while we wait, because having trouble getting in. I'm sorry, Estelle, can you help me out? Dom is trying to get in. And I guess she has to, oh, there she go. All right, cool. All right, cool. So with that said, I definitely got to introduce the queen of this thing. So now check this out. So far, what you guys have mostly heard has been how to benefit from the trading side and the magic it has done in lives, right? So now I'm going to introduce you to our reigning queen, right? Who just turned 30, right? And is just super amazing. She's our leader. She's the one we rock with. She is the master builder. So with that said, Ms. Dominique, can you please tell us a little bit about who you are, what your journey has been, and a little bit about the opportunity.
Yes. My name is Dominique Barbie, and I'm super excited to be here. I'm super excited to walk into my purpose and to help people to walk into their purpose too. My thing is, I am definitely set out to help people get out of their unnecessary misery, help them to actually understand that you are living in heaven on earth already. And if you can accept it and allow it, you can have anything you want. You worth trillions of dollars. Abundance and well-being is your birthright. It's your birthright. No matter who you are, who you believe in, source, whatever, Buddha, whoever, I don't know, all the stuff, right? Let me tell you something. You got access to infinite abundance, right? And where 2 or 3 agree, nothing and no one can stop where 2 or 3 agree. This is more than just what you think it is. I know you've seen a lot of opportunity. I know you've seen a lot of money. I know you've seen comp plans. I know you've seen forests. I know you've seen all that stuff. But at the end of the day, am I unmuted? At the end of this day, this industry is more than what you think it is. I promise it's more than what you think it is. I started out in this industry with negative $500 in my bank account, not knowing, I was really, really depressed. I was depressed and I didn't even know I was depressed. Now that's a different type of depression. When you're depressed and you don't know you're depressed, that means you don't know what to do. Right. So I literally got on my hands and knees. I just got fed up with being fed up. And I said, listen, higher power, God, I got on my knees. I surrendered that day. And I said, listen, if you help me, I promise I'll help your people, because I don't know who to turn to. I'm tired of calling my dad to ask for money. I'm tired of calling my husband's parents to ask for money. I'm tired of looking at my kids saying that we can't have this and we can't have this. What really, Chuck E. Cheese? We can't go to Chuck E. Cheese for what? For what? Right? It's unnecessary to go through what you're going through right now. It's very unnecessary until you begin to understand there's principles to this world. There's principles of infinite abundance. Until you understand who you really are and step into your higher power, you will never be able to live the life that you dream. Okay. I literally had to go into a whole spiritual awakening for literally 30 days. I turned 30 days and I had to take 30 days to go into this whole place so I could be there for you all who are on here right now so that you can reach your dreams and goals. Let me ask you a question. What do you think you were? Have any of y'all lost a family member before? Would you give up millions of dollars to bring that family member back? Right? You're priceless. You're priceless. So why are you not operating in that pricelessness? Why are people struggling right now? Because we need answers. We need answers. Now, this is a vehicle where we can give people the answers to their struggles. We can give people legacy wealth. We can give people everything you want. You could be, do, and have anything you want in this world. There's no limit to what you can have. Okay? And this is more than what you think it is. And that's why we do #WeAreOne. I love God like he loves me. That's what I'm learning. I'm learning to love God, love myself like God loves me. That's an unspeakable appreciation. That's an unspeakable loveness. That's unconditional. That's unconditional. Meaning even when people hurt you, you still be the bigger person. And I know that's hard. And I never understand that. Right? I didn't understand it for a long time, but my maiden last name is Love. My maiden last name is Love. Love is very powerful. When you break through and you have unconditional love for people, you are the type of person where a person that did you wrong and you see them on the street later and you get up and you help that person. You help that person, right? You help that person. You love that person anyway. You do what you can. A lot of times people struggling because they choosing fear and they choosing struggle over love. Okay? When you begin to truly love yourself and truly love the higher power and truly love people, when you got that 3x3x3 combination and you surrender, you can have anything you want. Now, it's not just about that, right? It's about who you surround yourself with, and it's a strategy. And on this team, we have a strategy for people to reach infinite abundance. You are going to be able to reach a level that you've never seen before. We're going to be able to be with you as if we were angels around you, spreading, wrapping our hands around you in love and appreciation, and proving and showing you that you are worthy of millions and trillions of dollars, right? I've seen things I've never seen before when I began to understand it. You see the sky behind me? Look at the clouds behind me right now. These clouds, they beautiful. Are you grateful today or are you complaining today? What you doing? So we got to get it together. And I'm definitely going to be one of those people to be able to help you. I know Wes, all the leaders who have been on here, I'm going to be that vessel for you all. I'm literally here to impact and help people. It's not even about the money to me no more. I already know I can make $1 million a month. I already know I can make 2 million, 7 million, 100 million. I already know I can do that. I already know that. But what? It's about impacting you guys, because I made a promise. I made a promise that day, right? I made that promise. So I'm going to do whatever I need to do for the people who are willing to allow their well-being to be natural. Well-being should be natural for you. You should understand that vibration precedes manifestation. This world that you see is an illusion. It's what you believe in your mind. Your happiness and your infinite intelligence is in your mind, it's in your heart, it's in your soul, it's in your body. And when you connect those and allow that and you operate that before you see it, before it happens, because everything is vibrational and energy before it happens. You a millionaire before it happens. When I believed I was a millionaire before it happened, when I understood my security before it happened, right? Before it happened, you got to be able to find that vibration and understand that vibration precedes manifestation. There's no way around it. And if you don't understand these laws and principles, you'll live a life of struggle. If you begin to understand it, that's why we're doing this 90-day run that we're getting together, right? We're going to help you. We're going to help you understand that purpose. So I'm telling you, on this team, you're going to be able to be, do, and have whatever you want. It's bigger than this. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than us. We are one, period, point blank, period. And we deserve everything that we want. Okay? So, like I said, I got stuff I gotta do. I'm preparing these strategies and this stuff. I'm using infinite intelligence and wisdom. I'm like, hold up, dang, this a lot. I'm trying to write it down for y'all. I'm trying to get it together, right? So just knowing, it's a big week this week. So if you are on the fence about joining, make sure that you just clear. I need you to just discard. Just say delete. What we say, Wesley? Delete. Say delete. If you got any fear, or any worry, or any anxiety, any uneasiness, he said that he will comfort you. You can just have faith and delete any distraction, any negative distraction, and understand that love conquers all things. And we love you. And we want you to, it's 555 right now. It's 555 right now. I see 555. That's alignment. That's alignment. We're about to help you get into alignment for what you want. All right. So
Birthday, girl, it's my birthday.
Hey, that's the angel number. That's the angels. That's the angels. That's love, baby. What's up? All right. So I'm make sure that everybody is good. I'm getting ready to come back on the scene. It's a lot going on right now.
Yeah.
So, it's a little busy. So just have a little patience. Remember, love is patient, right? Love is kind. Love is not quick to anger. Remember, go research that word love and what it really means, and to be unconditional and to be real, because I have a lot of friends on here. I have a lot of team members on here that I truly, truly love. And I want you to understand that I truly love you from the bottom of my heart. But I also have to make sure I fill myself up for you guys so you can get the true infinite blessing that you are worth. And if you ask for a lot of things, remember that. You ask for a lot of things, but so you got to be willing to take that pain, take that suffering, keep on going, right? Keep on going and have faith that you are getting what you want. And it had to absolutely happen, because every single time you was in pain and suffering, there's no amount of pain and suffering that can compare that with the glory that will be revealed in you. Romans 8:18, that held me for a long time when I was struggling. Just read that verse if you ever need anything, if you ever feeling some type of way. There's no amount of pain or suffering or crying or hurt or struggle or lack or anything that can compare to the glory that will be revealed in you. And I don't care what nobody say, I give that glory to God right now. I'm a humble servant, right? I'm not an extra religious person, so don't get it twisted, right? I know who got me here, and I know who gave me that. And you can believe whatever you want. I'm not taking that away from you, but that's the glory that I give. And that's how I continue to stay a humble, prosperous servant and get these downloads. And just know that if you're not in right now, just sign up. All right, just sign out, because you're going to get this infinite blessings, right? You're going to get these infinite blessings. I'm going to give it back to you, Wes. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Like God loves you. Bye.
Man, we love you, Don. We love you, Don. And for you guys that's new to the call, right? I'm going to tell you, man. I mean, so we love Dom, right? Dom is our leader, right? And more importantly, she didn't even point out the fact she's currently making 200,000. No, I'm saying she used to make 200,000. What is it? $100,000 a month right now, or on the way to 200,000? Well, wherever, beyond. The woman's crazy successful in this industry. She's our leader. She's our coach. She inspires us. And what I like to always point out is, I've gotten to know her on a very personal level, and I can tell you her heart is just solid gold. I mean, when she says that she's really just on board for the people and the money doesn't matter as much, man, trust me, man, she's telling the truth. Woman just turned 30 years old, and that's what her life has been, right? That's what her life has been. That's what we're selling you or inviting you to. We really, and more so, I'm going to close this out. I'm going to give you, but before I do that, there is a couple of points that I do want to make, right? Number one, it's family first. When you see us putting, we are one, or we're talking about how much we love each other, understand something, it's real. I was invited to the opportunity by the person I like to call my angel, and that's Miss Carrie Amy. She was the one who invited me to this. And my story is that I just did 30 years in prison. I didn't know what a Bitcoin was. I didn't know what a Forex was. I mean, like, it was foreign language. But you know what got me to join her on this journey? It's real simple. At the end of that call, she kept saying, can you watch a Zoom call? Can you do this? And I'm super busy. It's like 12 o'clock at night, whatever it was, whatever. And I was overwhelmed. I didn't have time. But she said, the thing that she said that got me, she says, Wesley, this is what I'm going to do with my life. And I think we could do it. And in that moment, I call it my Girl Scout cookie moment, right? I had no plans in participating in any of this. I was a bunch of nonsense. I didn't care nothing about it. But because I rocked with her, because I'd had a chance to see her heart and how she cared about people, because I trusted her and supported her, I wanted to support her in her journey. It was that simple for me. I mean, honestly, I didn't think nothing else of it. I didn't even remember the name of the car. I just said, send me the link, right? Little did I know my life was about to change. That was on September 5th of last year. I had no idea what was about to happen for me and just how much, God had placed his hand on my life. I can tell you at that time, I hadn't even told anybody that I had been to prison. And it wasn't because and Carrie Amy didn't know. It wasn't because I was ashamed of it. It's because I knew that the moment I started telling people about my past, they would begin to use it as a weapon, right? I always just tell dudes from prison, like, look, when you use it as a crutch, you open the door for people to use it as a weapon. You cannot play victim of something that you use as a tool. And so I wanted people to really get to know Wesley Hunter, the content of my character, who I am as a person. And so she didn't know, but God knew. And the fact is, what's in you is what comes out of you. If you're that type of person like me, I've never mind working, but I've never been a victim. I want to be clear about that. I was never nobody's victim, right? And that goes a long way. And I guess the success that I've been able to achieve is, at the end of the day, first of all, I was guilty of my crimes. In fact, to be honest with you, I feel they should have gave me more time. I mean, you'll probably never hear that from somebody that's done that kind of time, but I really felt that I was never coming home and really didn't care if I did. That's the mindset I had. And even as I walked out the gate, I was a bit sad. I was a bit sad because part of my story was I was leaving my cousin behind, who was on with me on that journey that day. He's serving 2 life sentences plus 287 years for what I did. But I'm here. He's there. The brief nutshell of my case, it was bank robbery, attempted murder on cops, hostage situation. My father came on the news, saw me with a hostage, and he passed away that day. You've heard Mr. Still refer to me as Godfather. Yeah, that was my nickname in the streets. It wasn't a name that I gave myself. It's a name the streets gave me. My spirit is strong. I've been through it all. I've seen it all. Never did I imagine ever that my life would become what it has. And that's the difference. When I saw the compensation plan, for me, literally, it gave me chills. Once I looked into this and I said, wait a minute, that's all I got to do? Nobody cares about my past? People are going to pay me to do the work? Like, really? All I've ever wanted in this life was an opportunity to get paid for the work that I do. And that was whatever life I was living, right? If I was drug dealing, I didn't mind. I didn't mind going to jail. I didn't mind running from the cops, as long as I got paid right. I didn't care, right? You want me to go do some dirty work? I don't care. I'll go put in some work. Yeah, no problem, as long as you're paying me right. That was my mindset. It's been my mindset all my life. And I'm just so glad that God kept his hand on me, man. This whole journey, I can tell you, if I went on and on, I could tell you so many stories about what God has done to lead me to this moment. But to walk me into this, to allow my life to change to what it's become, to be sitting in the spot after 4 months of joining this opportunity where I was making $10,000 a month. I'm gonna tell you, the moment it happened, I poured myself a drink and I sat down, I had a tear in my eye. I couldn't believe it. $10,000 a month after 30 years in prison. I can't tell you what it's gonna do for your life. There's no income claims, no income promises. But I can tell you this. This is one of the opportunities that's gonna pay you based on what you do, right? And if it's anything, and see, one thing about Wesley, I'm a no fluff guy. If you're not the kind of person who's going to come in and actually study to learn how to trade, if you want somebody to hold your hand in life, this ain't it. If you're not the kind of person who's ready to come in and actually do the recruiting and share this opportunity with other people, this ain't it. Keep your money and go. But then there's that too, because I want to say we really are a family, right? A lot of us, we travel a lot, we hang out together, we go out and have drinks together. I mean, we're really a family. So if you just want a family to hang out with, hey man, sign up, hang out with us, let's travel, let's go. Hey, I ain't mad at that either. But I'm telling you, if you want to experience a life change and you're willing to do the work, you are in the right place. I can tell you, we have all the tools available to you. You know, I'm one of the people they call a master builder who helps with the recruiting side, right? I know I know the traders are going to get me, but I haven't learned the skill set. I'm just now getting to that point in my journey where I know I'm needing to plug in, and I've been talking to some of the traders and letting them know I'm putting myself on blast. I got to learn the skill, you know? But if that's you, if you're ready and you really just wanted an opportunity to be around some great people and have a great opportunity to change your life, man, I don't even know what you're waiting on. If I was you, I'd already be sending a link to the person who invited you to this call, letting them know that you want to get in. But now, let's talk about what it is we're getting in. Let's give you the presentation, then we're going to let you guys go, right? So who are we? We are IMNcrease. The opportunity that we offer you is, as we said, it's both sides, right? Well, but before that, let me do this because I did put him on hold. Who was that? Tremaine? I know you, Tremaine. I'm gonna go ahead and unmute you because you had your hand raised earlier, and I don't want to ignore you before I give this presentation. So if you can go ahead and unmute and ask the question or share whatever you wanted to, please. Tremion. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Forgive me. Wesley Slow. Tremion, you had something you want to say, or you changed your mind? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it. Keep going. If you can unmute, you can jump in anytime. Just feel free to cut me off. I want you to have your opportunity to ask what you wish. All right, so the opportunity is increased. As you heard, we offer two different sides of this company. It is the Forex education side, which doesn't require you to do anything other than come in and learn, right? We do have live opportunity calls where you can jump on and you earn as you learn. You have people like, you know, Miss Estelle, Coach Renee, and Aaron Bennett. We have, I don't know, I don't want to start naming names and not name them all. We have so many traders and so many calls. We teach you Forex, HFX, which is binary options, which is what they call the lunch money thing, right? It's quick money. That's the fast money. And then we also have crypto. So there's various levels by which you can learn. And I'm happy to say that we're actually adding a whole new element to that arsenal as well. The details are yet to be explained, but I can tell you I've had the calls. There's a lot more coming on the education end. I mean, you guys that are into the education side of this thing, get ready for it. Whew, it's about to be bananas. Beyond that, the other side that we have is the network marketing side. That's the side I love. That's the side Wesley loves. Why does Wesley love the network marketing side? Even though I didn't know anybody after 30 years in prison, even though I could barely send a text message and didn't understand network social media. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I became more obsessed with the building side, the networking side. Number one, it was when I walked into the industry, I saw people like Miss Dominique Barbie and others. You know, Miss Dominique Barbie's at $200,000 a month at that time. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I mean, 28 years old, used to work at McDonald's, 200,000 a month. Like, where they do this at? I mean, like, I'm taking life and death risks for a fraction of that. Like, you know, to look up and see that somebody could do this in such a short amount of time, I'm like, man, if it's possible, Wesley can do it. There's no question, right? There's no question. So I immediately set on that journey. But more importantly, and I want to be honest, part of my concern was the fact that I came home to nothing. And I had a mother to take care of. I had myself to figure out. You know, I came home to nothing. Like literally the first 2 weeks, I didn't even have a pair of tennis shoes. When I joined this opportunity, I was doing DoorDash. I mean, at the end of the day, I had to do what I had to do, and I needed a paycheck. I mean, yeah, investments is great, you know, and Forex is great. I heard all of those stories, but that didn't put me in a place of comfort knowing that I would have a weekly paycheck. I needed a weekly paycheck, something I knew I could count on. And Lord knows I didn't have any money to just set aside into some investment and wait for it to grow. Like my money I needed today, I need it tomorrow, I need to get gas with it in the morning. You know, I got to get food the next day. I got to go pay a bill. I mean, my money was tight. And so I had to figure out what I had to figure out. And then the last part of that story was the fact that being that I am still on supervision, I do have to report every dime that I make. And I have to show a sustainable income, right? So telling them, oh, I made 3,000 yesterday, but I only made 500 today. And I only made, I made 7,000 last week. That's not something that the court would have took kindly. And I do still have to answer to the court. They still monitor all my income. And at the end of the day, I still have to pay the court. So they need to know exactly how much I'm making so they make sure they get their percentage. And they don't want to hear about, oh, it was a bad week, I didn't make nothing last week. That's not how it worked for me. So given what my situation was and the concerns that I had, I need something sustainable where I can make sure that the bills would get paid. And I had reporting responsibilities I had to be concerned with. So that's that with that. But at the end of the day, I still didn't see anything. I mean, I was doing DoorDash, like I say, driving 12 or 16 hours a day. I was making $1,500 a week. And I thought that was amazing. I thought I was going to just keep driving until my car fell apart, right? I knew I was a dasher for life. There wasn't no question in my mind, because $6,000 a month at that time, man, I'm thinking, man, life is golden. You know, I'm listening to people always complaining about how hard life is. You know, again, after being gone 30 years and coming from a different world, it's a culture shock for me when I come home and I hear so many people complaining and crying, this entitled society. Oh, you deserve it, girl. Why you deserve it? Why you deserve it? Like, you don't deserve everything that's good, but then you don't deserve everything that's bad. Like, come on. I mean, like, get it together. I don't come from that mindset. I come from the mindset just like with my situation. I got what my life called for. I made choices, right? I'm not going to blame the criminal justice system. I'm not going to look back and feel like I'm some victim of somebody else's circumstance. I made a decision. The system was twisted before I got involved, and I still did what I did. And when I got hit in the head and they set me up in that place, man, I'm going to tell you, it was worth it. What you know. I ain't even told people the whole story about everything that happened. But at the end of the day, right? I'll tell you that part of it. The police tried to kill me, basically. It was another Rodney King. And even as I laid there in that pool of blood, I had a smile on my face, knowing that God put me where I was supposed to be. I was not mad at them police, not at all. Because I knew what I did, see? I'm at peace with knowing who I am. I'm at peace with knowing that my life is going to give me the consequences based on the choices that I make. And so when I see an opportunity like this, it's the same thing. I guess that's why I feel the way I feel, those that know me, when I hear people crying about how hard it is, how impossible it is, but they're not doing the work. I don't feel everybody deserves anything. See, that's not Wesley. I don't feel everybody deserves wonders and blessings. I feel you deserve what you work for, and those who work for it deserve it. That's Wesley. You get what you put in. This is that kind of opportunity. And when I saw it, I was committed to it. So when it comes, when I listen to stories about people falling asleep, you know, look at the computer and whatnot, that was me. I'm in beast mode right now. I sleep with this thing in my hand. Somebody called me the other day and said, man, I can call you 2 times in 30 minutes. The phone never rings. I said, because I got it in my hand. I'm serious about what I'm doing. This is not a game. It's not a hobby. It's not a side hustle. So what I'm telling you guys is this is that kind of opportunity. Now, I can go into a whole presentation. I can show you some screenshots of, you know, this and that. I can give you the whole back office presentation. But see, here's this. If you're anything like Wesley, none of that matters. Because you heard enough stories to know that if we did it, you could too. I can tell you it's an awesome compensation plan. I will give you this, that the Forex packet does cost $150 to join, right? So you purchase it's $150 to join. Now, that's just if you want to learn the education. Once you begin to refer people, we have different degrees and different levels on the network marketing side, which pay you. You right? We can break it all down to you. I say suit them up and then train them. So if you're interested, we'll suit you up and train you. I'm gonna tell you there's multiple ways to earn from the company. We have multiple products available. In fact, we're about to have travel available and some other stuff. It's a very exciting time for our company. It's a very exciting time for the industry. But more importantly, what we are inviting you to, and I say this first because it means the most, it's not a company. We are inviting you to a network marketing team who is banded together, understanding that no matter what we do or where we go, that together we all win. If you ever wanted a team of like-minded people who joined with you on a journey and we had your back and would support you and to help you to learn the skill sets that could change your life, it's over. Like, why are you still on the call? Send that text, get that link, go ahead and get signed up, right? It's that simple. Now, I can tell you the package to take advantage of right now is the Visionary Packet. The Visionary Packet is currently, it's normally $425 to get the Visionary Packet, right? But this week only, there is a promotion going on where that Visionary Pack is being made available for just $250, right? Now, there's a magic that comes with that. There's the volume points and all that. Like I say, when you join, if you need education, we'll scoop. Just, it's no sense in me going through all that and then filling your brain with a bunch of that. Let me just tell you, the Visionary Pack is where it's at, right? Because as we merge into this new compensation plan, which we're going into, it's going to put you in a place where you'll automatically be grandfathered into having the travel package and not having to have to pay that extra cost. You'll have more premium trading services available to you. And on the network marketing side, it'll cause you to hit your ranks at a faster pace. So it's just the way to go. But more so than any of that, if you're anything like Wesley, see, I can admit my nonsense, but I got to tell you the other side of me too. Those who know me, I have a big heart. And that's how I met Miss Carrie Amy. I do. I care about people. See, it's crazy, huh? Listen to my life and what I've done. But if you knew all the stories there, my journey is who I am. I don't put no cut on it. I have a huge heart for caring about people. So what sold me on the Visionary Pack, right? As a builder, of course, I love the fact that I can hit my ranks faster. Hey, that made me help me make money faster, But the one that sold me on the Visionary Pack is that I knew that by purchasing that Visionary Pack, it was going to help some child in some third world country obtain eye surgery to obtain their vision. Come on, man. We live in America. What's $250? You spend that on a Poochie purse, right? I mean, let's be honest. You spend that at a hotel room. That's a dinner for one night. That's one weekend out with the girls, right? $250, you help somebody to get their vision back. What more do you need to know about it? What more do you need to know? Let's go. Let's help people. Let's do our parts. Get back with the person who invited you to this call. And then we'll educate you. We'll suit you up. We got you. You're not by yourself. Trust me. There's a whole family waiting to wrap arms around you. So if you want it, let's go. End of the day, I appreciate you all, man. I'm sorry the call took a little longer. It's an hour and 17 minutes, but just wanted to let you know, man, the magic that we share. Thank you guys for jumping on the call. In the meantime, hope to see you on the other side. You guys have a good night.